USC hosting Oregon. First time in the last 10 meetings that neither team is ranked. Haven't seen that between these two since 1997. Let's say hello to Holly.
Well, guys, Oregon, despite their struggles this season, is still one of the top rushing offenses in the country, including leading the Pac-12. And they've done it with Royce Freeman over the last several years, but some say he's having an off season. He did have a leg injury against Nebraska that cost him a game, but his productivity has not been where the coaches want. I asked Mark Helfrich, is he got any physical limitations that would prevent him from playing well in this game tonight? And he said no, but they are going to start someone new. Tony Brooks-James, the sophomore, will get the start over Royce Freeman. The coaches sending a message to Freeman that his effort has to improve.
Tony Brooks-James has breakaway speed as Oregon won the toss, and they will receive. As Charles Nelson will take it out. And the whistles blow on the snap as he is taken down back at the 10-yard line by Gustin, but we'll check. It looked like there was some movement up front.
Full start, number 6 offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd down and 11, some pressure coming after the freshman as he tries to stay alive. He does so, but the long strider takes a slide short of the 20-yard line, just a gain of 3 as it was Cameron Smith the first to get after him. And there they go with what they've been practicing all week long as Pittman gets it as they chased the cheese, Todd.
Yeah, they called it their rat return. Maybe only get away with that one time, but it was definitely effective.
Darnold now downfield. He goes and nearly intercepted that time. A flag comes in as Brendan Schooler was looking for his 4th of the year.
Pass interference. Number 14 defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. That's an automatic 1st down.
And Jones was met and a tackle for loss of 1. Well, Sam Darnold, 13 touchdown passes over the last 3 games, the most in the Pac-12 during that stretch.
It's really changed the identity of the USC offense. They've gone to more RPOs, the run-pass options. He has extremely quick hands and has the ability to show run, to put the ball in the belly of the back and spit it out to the perimeter incredibly quick.
And he gives him a little added dimension of being able to run just a bit. A gain of 4 as the crowd didn't like the way that Troy Dye was taking him out of bounds. Darnold looking over his options and incomplete as he was looking for Deontay Burnett. Matt Bormeister on to attempt a 35-yard field goal. And he gets the Trojans on the board. Brooks-James wrapped up a tackle for loss. That Trojans front and Cameron Smith getting involved, a loss of 2. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down, but that was good coverage that time. Adoree Jackson right on top of Johnny Munn. 3rd and 8. As Herbert gets it to Brown, who was met right away that time by Chris Hawkins. And it wasn't a good punt at all by Ian Whaler. So back to business is the redshirt freshman Sam Darnold as he gets it to Davis, who was lined up in the backfield, and he's able to muscle his way for 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Jones well blocked, still on his feet as he gets free from a block. Here's Rojo again.
illegal motion, number 80 offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Darnold with time as he slings it over the middle to Rodgers, and Rodgers is close to another first down. Looks like he's right on that line.
A lot of opportunities, a lot of options here at 2nd and 1.
Play caller's dream down in distance. Play action off of it. Darnold, plenty of time, downfield, wide open, but overthrows Petit. And Jones is able to pick up the first down for USC. Darnold to the outside and gets it complete to the sure-handed Juju Smith-Schuster. 2nd and 1. Jones straight up the middle and into the end zone for the Trojans.
Touchdown. 23-yard carry. Ronald Jones the second.
So Ronald Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Great blocking by the center and the right guard. Chad Wheeler, the left tackle, is going to get away with a little bit of a hold here. But excellent execution on the ball side, on the play side, and Ronald Jones Jr. easily into the end zone.
Well struck that time by Bormeister. Herbert downfield looking for the big one, and it's right through the hands of Darren Carrington. That is batted at the line of scrimmage. Taj Griffin in the game now next to Herbert. It's a bad snap. Herbert fortunate just to control it and then able to get rid of it. And this one he can't turn over again, as it is fielded all the way up near the 44-yard line. Darnold double clutch that time and able to get it to McNamara. Fumble ball came out towards the end there, but able to recover it. That's a Dory Jackson now in on offense, Todd, as he splits out to the top of your screen. And there's a strike that time to McNamara. Good ball from Darnold, 27-yard reception. Here's Davis now as he tries to bounce it. Just one quick burst to get a little something. 1 yard that time as Reggie Daniels took the angle. It's going to be a throwback to Petit.
Well, that was a nice play by Troy Dye.
3rd and 5 and trips to the boundary side here, as they're going to pass out of that. Darnold looking to extend the play, able to stay alive, and finally just throws it away. It was Troy Dye, who's been an outstanding true freshman, who was the first to start chasing him down. Flag is down at the 3-yard line. We'll check on that.
Holding number 1. Half the distance to the goal line. That's an automatic first down.
Jones bounces free and into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown.
Wayne Tate Kirby is lined up right here, and he's going to get penetration here and make great contact, but you got to wrap up. And Ronald Jones able to take advantage of the missed tackle, and USC out to a quick lead of 17-0.
2 touchdown runs by Ronald Jones II, sophomore running back. You said last week really was able to break loose for 223 yards, and now 2 quick scores here tonight. So now kicking from the 30, it only goes to the goal line for Charles Nelson. Here's Royce Freeman, as it was Brooks James who started the game, but now a good run from the junior Freeman. Freeman again able to wiggle his way out past the 41-yard line, gain of 4.
Full start. Number 68 offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Third and 11. They only bring 3 as Herbert steps up and throws a good-looking one to Jalen Brown for a 1st down. And now Freeman to the 30-yard line, tackled by Nwosu. 2nd and 6. Freeman patiently waiting for his blocks, and then tackled by Cameron Smith, back from the ACL surgery last November. Brooks James gets the call here on 3rd and 3, and he was tackled. 4th and 2. True freshman quarterback and the sophomore Brooks James now out of the backfield. 4th and 2.
Another motion penalty.
Full start. Number 57 offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Oh my gosh, another one. You know, they're going to have to go to a different count. The tackles need to look inside.
Full start. Number 78 offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Wheeler does a nice job of stabbing it down at the 1. Jones met again. Jalen Jelks with an outstanding play. Darnold from his own end zone.
Whoa,
and it is
up.
not a good looking strike of the ball at all. Here's an end around now with Nelson. As Nelson turns on the speed and scores for the Ducks. Much needed on the board, Oregon. That was a mishandled snap that time. And because of it, they never got it straight. So they missed the extra point. Senior Matt Wogan, who's 8th in the nation in touchbacks, and that's exactly why he is. Darnold, as he gets it quickly to Burnett. USC on top of Oregon as Jones kept his balance for a moment before meeting Troy Dye. Second and 10, pressure off the edge, but Darnold gets it away and does so beautifully.
There's the quick
Here's
hands
Burnett.
of Darnold.
Leaves them a 2nd and 2, and a good surge by Justin Hollins to get in the backfield against Dominic Davis, a loss of 2. 3rd and 4 here. Complete for a 1st down to Rodgers.
I think that ball was tipped, but a good job by Rodgers staying with it and keeping his concentration. Oregon doing a better job against the run because of the bodies they're committing to it.
Darnold extending downfield. He wants it. And broken up by Arian Springs, who was with Juju Smith-Schuster. Flag is down back at the 30-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Number 74 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Darnold throws it to the outside of Hampton. It'll be 2nd and 16. How about a quarterback run? And you see Darnold just able to keep the legs driving ahead for 4 yards. 3rd and 12 for the Trojans. Darnold with plenty of time as he drove the ball looking for Smith-Schuster. And once again, Amadi with coverage. Tilby's kick will bounce inside the 10. So from the 7-yard line now, Tony Brooks James able to tiptoe along the boundary side there, forced out by Gustin. Third down and 4. As they're able to get the first down, working Brooks James again. So first down at the 22. Herbert just threw it away that time as a flag is down near the 47. It was Gustin coming after Herbert.
There are 2 fouls, both on the defense. Holding number 8. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, hands to the face, number 45. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced. That's an automatic first down.
Now they go to the other side with Brooks James.
Another penalty flag down.
That's on the far side at the 37. As it stands now, a gain of 8.
Illegal formation, 5 players in the backfield, offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
1st and 15. As Freeman gets free for a moment, and then everybody had a defensive meeting with him, led by Nwosu. A little deception there as they get it to Taj Griffin, and Griffin can fly as they gave the look of a potential double pass. Instead, it's 25 yards with the speedy sophomore Taj Griffin. And with tempo, they get right to the line, keeping Griffin in the game. So he gets the carry here. And he tries to make himself real small behind the offensive lineman. Here's Griffin again, nowhere to go with Nwosu tracking him, a loss of 5. 3rd and 12 for the freshman Herbert as they just leak it out of the backfield to Freeman, and it'll be well short. As Wheeler will try to pin him. He did a really nice job last time, as you remember, as they were able to down it inside the 5. And another chance that time as directionally it goes out. They're going to mark that at the 1-yard line.
Safety. I would expect them to throw on this first down play.
And that's exactly what they do. They're going to take a shot, in fact, and it's beyond Smith-Schuster. Third and 3. Can Darnold get it? Yes. He looked Jones's way. Now he comes to the near side. He's got a lot of green grass ahead of him, and nearly clotheslined that time by Troy Dye as he slid down. A little bit of a reaction from the crowd, but a 10-yard gain. Jones nowhere to go with Hollins. Here is Sam on 2nd and 9. Wide open is Burnett. And able to get a little extra at the end of it. Past midfield, 29-yard reception. Second and 10. You see the arm talent there as he was just fading back and able to muscle it to Deontay Burnett. 27-yard reception. Flag is down.
Holding, number 73 offense. 10-yard penalty, still second down.
They're going to get Banner there, so this will come back.
There's a quick
There's a
hand
little
play.
shovel pass there to Davis, and it goes for no gain. End over end kick here by Tilby. That takes a very good USC bounce. Can they get to it? No, into the end zone. Big number 10, who's going down as he is sacked by Rasheem Green, their first sack of the night, the Trojans. That was batted as Herbert was trying to get it to Freeman. Double stack receivers here, 2x2, 3rd and 16, pressure again, and nearly intercepted that time by Marvell Tell. 4th 3 and out for the Ducks. And Wheeler is able to turn this one over. And here comes the dangerous Adoree Jackson, unable to spin free just beyond midfield. So great field position for Darnold as he gets it out to Rodgers. 2nd and 2. And at 50 to work with here. As Jones, as Banner just pushed a would-be tackler downfield, and it goes for 15 yards with Ronald Jones. And the flag is down back at the 36.
Holding. Number 73 offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul to 2nd down.
Darnold, a little bit of pressure. And he tried to check down to Jones, but it'll make for a 3rd down. 3rd down and 12. And he just muscles it when he wants to, doesn't he? Deontay Burnett, 1st down, Trojans. Good look from Sam Darnold.
He has such a feel for Deontay Burnett. Sometimes you just develop that with a particular receiver, and Darnold has that with Burnett.
And now dragging with him this time is Burnett again. And lunging for an extra yard that time. And a lot of energy now with Darnold at quarterback. That's a heck of a play that time by Jalen Jelks, the sophomore defensive end, darting right in. 3rd and 7. Can Ronald Jones get there? Puts down the shoulders and will have the 1st down with 53 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, and they tried to get him the ball on a little shallow. It hit the ground. None of this is going to count as this was waved incomplete. Snap was a little off center, but this isn't. As Burnett again inside the 1. Another bad snap. And that's complete. And that's actually not a good thing for USC, as Amador Bebe made the diving catch there with 2nd and goal now. And here he is again. Deontay Burnett, 2-yard touchdown reception. Clinks off the upright with the big leg there. Quickly gets it out to Smith-Schuster. 2nd and 9. Over the middle. A little under route to Taylor McNamara. It's 3rd and very short here as they quickly get to the line. And Ronald Jones is going to more than take care of it as he makes 1 cut, and he is gone. 3 times a charm. Ronald Jones, 66-yard touchdown run.
66 yards. Ronald Jones II.
Well, we talked about you can't get him with arm tackles. Watch right here, right over the center, number 47, Rex Manu is going to have a shot, and he can't wrap him up. And then he makes a beautiful move on the safety, the true freshman Brendan Schooler. And Ronald Jones with another big night for this Trojan offense.
Third touchdown of the night for Rojo. Here's Nelson from inside the 5. And he's able to get to that corner, but then he is met. That was Jack Jones on kick coverage. Herbert downfield taking a chance, incomplete. Out of the backfield is Freeman. And he was met that time by Tell. Picks up 7 yards there. Farrell Brown, the big-bodied Farrell Brown, one of the great comeback stories in the sport. Suffered a horrific leg injury back in 2014. Herbert, first down throw complete to Carrington. First down here as Brooks James is able to find that crease and accelerate through as he makes his way past midfield to the 41. As play action to air that time, Todd able to get it complete to Brown. 2nd and 6. Herbert, quick strike to Carrington. Ball came loose at the end there, the same incomplete. 3rd and 6 now.
USC has brought a lot of 5-man pressures on 3rd down.
Inside screen, Nelson, as you know, for a little guy, he is so powerful. Those last 4 yards there, Todd, dragging a defender. Herbert able to find his tight end Munt. And they've had a lot of success this year with all the compliments of tight ends. This goes for 16 yards. Play action, and into the end zone for the touchdown, Farrell Brown. We told you the story of his road to recovery. Now the touchdown strike here.
Well, watch, he just has a little hesitation to the inside and just enough to freeze Cameron Smith. And that's all he needed, a little separation away from the linebacker Smith. That little hesitation and the move inside. And he gets the touchdown. That was a good use of the tight ends that whole possession by Justin Herbert.
There's a well-orchestrated drive by Oregon. A drive that started back at the 20, went 12 plays, and was capped with Justin Herbert to Farrell Brown.
Oregon ducks 3rd.
Over the head of Adoree Jackson for the touchback. Here's Darnold, and that was a young guy's mistake as Schooler has his team-high 4th interception.
Big chance right here for Oregon to again find their way back into this football game.
How about a sudden change play off the hands of Evan Bayless? Well, they'll go to the ground this time with Tony Brooks James for 3 yards. The freshman on 3rd and 7. Here's Brooks James looking for a block, trying to get there on his own. He's going to be very close to that line to make. Freeman, first down, Oregon. Downfield they go, just beyond Nelson that time. And Freeman with a decent run down to the 21-yard line, 8 yards there. So a fresh first down. Here's Herbert now. That was dangerous. Second and 10, throw to the end zone. That is caught, but was he in? No. Third and 10.
They've done this a lot.
Brooks James.
He
Kept his balance. Did he step out?
Yeah,
Yes,
he stepped out before the first down.
Near the 11-yard line. This time, Brooks James in the backfield with the true freshman quarterback. And he's going to pass on 4th and 2. Batted down right in his face by Porter Gustin. Second and 3 now. That was a tough exchange there between Darnold and Ronald Jones, and Jones did a good job just to follow the ball and land on it. Third and 3 as Darnold looking for a lane and then throws it late and gets it complete to Michael Pittman. There's Darnold spinning out of it, and then downfield he goes, and staying with it that time was Amador Bebe. A little Sam Darnold magic, and Amador Bebe delivering.
37-yard.
Great touch on this ball at the end of the play. He has to get it over Brendan Schooler, who picked him off the last possession. Schooler gets a hand on it, but enough air under the football. And Edebebe able to make the big play.
37-yard reception, Daniel Amador Bebe. And now slicing through the Ducks defense that time was Ronald Jones. 17-yard run. Second and 6. Darnold again gets it complete to a tight end and a touchdown for Taylor McNamara. I think that drive right there shows you everything you need to know about why they're so excited about Sam Darnold. 434 yards of total offense. There's Nelson on the return. As a flag comes flying in.
Illegal block below the waist on the kicking team. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced at the end of the play. First down.
That is Kenai Benoit in the backfield. And he is taken down for a loss. Herbert steps up and goes down. They ran a stunt on the right side of the line, and he stepped up into it, and they were coming around the end as well. So Wheeler on to punt, and it is not a pretty one. As it goes out of bounds, try to stay away from Adoree Jackson.
Holding, number 72 offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And a flag is down as Pittman is still on his feet.
Pass interference, number 6 offense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Second and 34 because of the penalty. As Darnold is able to find Pittman, and Pittman gets loose. And middle screen this time with Jones, cuts back against the grain and somehow able to convert. First down run by Jones. Here he goes again. First and goal, USC.
Ronald Jones.
Quattro Rojo. 4 touchdowns for Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones just gets in here behind this big offensive line. Follows his guard, Damian Mama, the pulling left guard, and powers it into the end zone.
Brooks James trying to make something of it, but then retreats.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty. That's an automatic first down.
And here's a ball lofted downfield and batted away that time by Ajane Harris. Meanwhile, for Oregon, here's their young gun, Justin Herbert, a local kid who grew up a Ducks fan and goes down again. Third time he has been sacked tonight. Fair catch. Here's Dominic Davis on 2nd and 18 as he spins for extra yardage out to the 24-yard line. 15 yards. Troy Guy with the tackle. And now Brown, that was batted right at the line of scrimmage that time. So the Trojans will be punting away, as this has been a dominating second half. As Tilby gets off a good one. Prukop downfield, and Prukop has it complete to Jalen Brown. Nice spark here in the fourth quarter for 36 yards. Dakota Prukop to pass again, and he gets it quickly complete to Mitchell. This has been an impressive evening all around for USC, including another play up at the line by Quinton Powell, who's been very active the past few minutes here. As it's incomplete, but Oregon flags come in.
Pass interference, number 14 defense. It's an automatic first down at the spot of the foul.
Now trying to go up for it, but not finding it was Darren Carrington. 2nd and 5. Prukop, good looking run as he rolls over a defender and goes into the end zone. He did not touch the ground there. He went right over Malik Dorton and rolled into the end zone, Todd.
Yes, he did. Nice block by Evan Bayless, number 81. Watch the tight end lead the way. Prukop hanging on to the football, goes right over the body and into the end zone.
James Toland getting time at running back now. This is a pretty good late look at James Toland. 9 more yards for him as USC is taking this clock down and coasting in for a very comfortable win where we saw every facet of what the Trojans can be at their best. And Clay Helton, I know there are a lot of people that had a lot to say about Clay Helton earlier this year, including some criticism even locally and from some prominent USC alums after that 1-3 start, Holly.
Well, I think a lot of people around here were questioning things. That was one of the worst starts they've been off to. Keyshawn Johnson's got a radio show that he had me on, and they were all questioning whether Coach Helton was the right choice. And I think he's proven that he can be the right choice here at USC. You know, I think that a lot of people were wondering, he hadn't been a head coach before, but he's showing people that just took a little time to get the right quarterback, the right system and style of offense, and now they're rocking and rolling. So good support here.
Well, and I think also the stability that he has brought with his personality, with his demeanor, with his consistency, with his staff is exactly what this team needed. They have gone through so much turmoil in the last few years, and we talked about the trust that he's built with the players. That's why they were able to weather the 1-3 start. You know, in the last couple of years, if they'd have started 1-3, they'd have had guys bailing on this team all over the place.
Well, he told us the other day, Todd, he said, this is what you want to see as a head coach, playing your best football in November and playing meaningful games.
Yeah.
They've earned the right to play meaningful games. They got a very meaningful game next week.
That's going to be a huge game. Really going to be a fun game to watch, because this is not the same USC team in the month of November that we saw in the month of September. And they will challenge every bit of what Washington has to offer in that game.
Their first down run as they continue to bleed the clock. Many felt the Pac-12 was snubbed. Washington should have been deserving of having a 4 next to their name. Now they get to prove it. They look different, don't they, Todd?
They sure do.
Six wins now on the season for USC. A 5-game win streak after that 1-3 start. Sam Darnold, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns. Ronald Jones, 171 yards and 4 touchdowns, 45-20.
Well, Coach, a big win for tonight. We were talking to Ronald Jones. You know, you guys haven't beaten Oregon here at the Coliseum since 2008. So what is it like for you as a head coach to get this win?
Oh, great fans tonight. Great places. This place has been very special since we took over, and I thought the fans did a tremendous job on third down for us, and our players have just played extremely well at the Coliseum.
Sam Darnold, one of those players who just continues to shine. What is it that continues to improve about him?
Gosh almighty, his maturity of his game right now is staggering to me. You know, the way he creates, the way he's distributing the ball. He made one critical mistake tonight that will go through some growing pains there, but he's doing a tremendous job for a very young person.
Your ability to run the football tonight was important, especially going into this game against Washington next week and their good defensive front. What do you look forward to against that game?
We got to stay balanced. You know, over the last 5 weeks, you look at us and the balance of offense. The run goes with the pass, and it sets up. If Ronald can do that and hopefully get Justin Davis back and said where and continue passing the ball like we have, we're going to give him a heck of a shot.
Sounds great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Happy homecoming.
Thank you.